Our business type is a logistics company that delivers meal kits. Our mission statement is bring fresh food to everyone. We are a delivery service that provides customers with meal kits at an affordable price that comes with proper portions of fresh ingredients for different recipes each week to pick from. We will outsource the making of our meal kits and will focus on delivering and marketing them.
I will be diving into our strategic breakdown for our meal kit service, looking at its strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, otherwise known as a SWOT analysis. Let's get started. First, let's talk about what makes our service stand out. At just $8 per serving, our pricing is one of the most affordable in the market, making high quality meal kits accessible to more customers. We also prioritize fresh ingredients, ensuring each meal delivers exceptional flavor and nutrition. Convenience is another major strength. Our ready to cook meal kits save users time while allowing them to enjoy home cooked meals with ease. Plus, our strong logistics focus means efficient deliveries, keeping quality consistent. Of course, no business is perfect. Like all meal kit services, we rely on external food providers, which can sometimes impact the consistency. Additionally, while we offer a convenience, our current customization options are limited compared to DIY meal planning. Supply chain distributions can also pose challenges, affecting ingredients availability and delivery timeliness. Now, let's talk about our growth opportunities. Expanded into specialized meal plans, vegan, gluten-free keto allows us to reach a wide audience. Partnering with local farms can enhance farm-to-table freshness and strengthen brand trust. AI-driven meal recommendations are another exciting possibility, helping personalize offerings based on individual preferences. Collaborating with influencers or chefs could boost engagement and attract new customers. Naturally, every market comes with risk. Risking food and delivery costs could impact pricing and profitability. The meal kit space is highly competitive, with established brands dominating. Subscription fatigue is another factor. Customers might hesitate to commit due to concerns about reoccurring costs, or negative reviews or logistical issues could affect brand reputation, requiring proactive customer service and marketing strategies. To sum it up, our meal kit service offers affordability, freshness, and convenience, but we must navigate challenges carefully. By leveraging opportunities and mitigating threats, we can continue to innovate and provide exceptional meal solutions for our customers.
Here is our organizational chart. The owners would be the 5 of us. Then we would have our CEO, and then we'd have our accountant and general manager. We'd have our regular manager, and then we would have our 10 employee drivers. In total, we will have 14 employees. Of the 14 employees, 10 of those will be drivers, which would get paid $19 an hour depending on experience. All of our drivers will be full-time employees working any days between Monday through Saturday with a minimum of 32 hours per week. We'll be closed on Sundays and all federal holidays. We will provide PTO and sick days for each employee. Will accrue more hours the longer they work for the company. All of management would be on a salary basis ranging from $50,000 to $100,000 a year, depending on the position. So our accountant's salary would be $55,000 a year. Our general manager's salary would be $65,000 a year. Our manager's salary would be $50,000 a year. And we estimate the CEO salary to be about $100,000 a year, but that will change depending on our profit each year, and all of our employees will be required to work in person. For a small business, the average cost of benefits is 30% of each employee's pay. So per year times 30% for all of our drivers would be $10,944, we'd multiply that by 10 to get all of our drivers. That'll be $109,440 for all of our drivers to have insurance. And then it'll cost $16,500 for our accountant to have insurance. It'll cost $15,000 for the manager, $19,500 for our general manager, and roughly $30,000 for our CEO at the current salary he is at. That comes to a grand total of $190,440 per year for all of our employees to have benefits, which include health and retirement. This is with the consideration that all of our drivers would be full-time employees to be eligible for benefits.
When looking at the physical space of what we need to run this business, there's a few different factors that we're going to be looking at. So first and foremost, we're going to need a warehouse area, specifically warehouse area that has commercial grade refrigerations for any of our perishable items that we get in shipments, produce wise, vegetable wise, anything in that regard that we need to have stored overnight or maybe for a couple days before it gets shipped out to the customer will require commercial grade refrigeration. We also need to have storage for dry ingredients and then packaging material as well. So kind of a larger warehouse area that has both of these options available. And then also some type of packaging area for meal kits where we can add the dry ingredients, packaging, and the perishable items all into one to have the meal kits assembled and sent out to customers. We don't need a lot of office space since the majority of our employees are going to be drivers that will be spending their day in the field. We have about 4 office staff that will need office space available. They'll need computers, phones, be able to talk to customers directly. So we'll need space for about 4 office staff and then desks and a small meeting area for the team as well. So generally like a conference room where maybe all 14 employees can gather, have conversations, probably on like an annual meeting basis. We will need a driver area, so we'll need parking for our vans that go out. We have about 10 drivers, so about 10 vans that will need parking areas. So parking for those vans. We need a break area for the drivers as well. They can come in the warehouse area, have coffee, drinks, use the restroom before, after, and during shifts. And kind of a check-in space for drivers as well to keep storage for belongings, coats, car keys, any of their personal belongings they don't want to take with them out in the truck. We'll need a loading dock, designated area for the van loading. And then just covering some safety and accessibility things. Obviously fire exits, clear signage throughout the space, and accessibility entrances for all employees as well. So for our marketing plan, there's going to be a few different areas that we're going to be going after. First and foremost, we're thinking about our target demographic. So for our business, we're specifically looking at people between the ages of 25 to 45, people that are busy professionals, young families that don't have the time and energy to make full meals every single night on a regular basis, and people that live in urban, suburban areas that typically live a faster paced lifestyle. They're probably working 9 to 5 corporate jobs. And then we are going to be targeting people that have a middle to upper class income that are willing to pay a little bit more for convenience and have the money to do so. Our marketing strategy is going to be focused on a couple things. We're going to be doing digital ads, so specifically social media and Google, where people that are in our demographic are going to be seeing our products. We will be creating some content, so that'll consist of a recipe blog and then cooking videos as well. Some of those cooking videos will be with influencers, so we'll be paying some influencers to do collaborations, specifically influencers that are in the food space, food bloggers that are kind of in our area. And then we are going to be focusing a lot on customer engagement. So creating loyalty programs for people that have been longtime customers, people giving loyalty programs for people that are early adopters and signed up first, as well as referral credits for people that do refer family and friends. They can share a referral code and get some type of credit back on their account. Helps them encourage to share news about the product. For our 4 Ps, our product is focused on fresh, customizable meal kits. Really, we're looking at affordable subscription plans, and we are delivering to doorsteps in key areas, large urban areas. For promotions, we're focusing primarily on social media, like I mentioned, those influencer partnerships and some of those referral programs as well. Our largest marketing expenses will be focused primarily on digital ads, Facebook, Google, where our demographic is going to be seeing our products. And those influencer partnerships, we're going to be paying them to create content using our products and to promote our products. As well, on the marketing side that we are going to be doing, we have to invest some money in content creation. So that's going to include spending money on cameras, microphones, and some equipment for us to be able to create content that we can then publish out to the public.
I'm going to talk about the break-even analysis and startup financial plan for our business. Let's start with the basics of our pricing and costs. Each of our boxes, which includes 2 servings, will sell for $16. It costs us an estimated $9 to deliver each box, leaving us with a profit of $7 per box. Now, when we look at our monthly fixed costs, which includes salaries, benefits, rent, and marketing, and more, they total to approximately $69,000. To cover those fixed costs using our $7 profit per box, we need to sell about 9,900 boxes every month just to break even. Now let's talk about how we'll fund our startup. We're putting in $100,000 from the owners ourselves, and we're also going to take out a small business loan of $115,000. This gives us the capital we need to get up off the ground. After setup costs, we'll have $50,000 in cash on hand to manage early operations and unexpected expenses. Our opening balance sheet looks like this: cash $50,000, assets like vans, equipment, and software around $185,000. And on the liability side, we have a $115,000 business loan. Now we're going to talk about our startup expenses. So first, we're going to have to get 5 vans, totaling to around $150,000, depending on which vans we decide to go with. Next, setting up our office space and purchasing furniture will be around $15,000, depending on how fancy or less fancy we'd like to go. And the warehouse setup is going to be budgeted for around $10,000, so we'll just see what we can do with that. And software and subscription services will amount to $10,000. And the initial marketing and branding efforts are estimated and budgeted for around $20,000. These are just like guesses. Finally, our legal fees and licenses and insurance are projected to cost $10,000. So in total, our estimated startup expenses are going to be around the range of $200,000 to $215,000.